My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Guru Gita. Let us start with shloka number 71. Today, 71 to 75, 5 slokas. Upaya, Upeya, Rupaya, Sadupaya, Pradarshine, Anirvachaya, Vachaya, Shivaya, Gurave Namaha. Guru is the solution, Upaya. Guru is the goal, Upeya. And also, he is the one who bestower of the right solution, Sadupaya. He is praiseworthy. Guru has to be glorified, but he is beyond words. Salutation to such auspicious Guru. Guru is the solution and Guru is the goal. So people think that Guru gives a technique, a method. People want to find God through Guru. I go to God to get a knowledge of Guru. God. I go to Guru to get knowledge of God, and I realize God. What they don't understand, Guru is the solution they are looking for. And Guru is the goal. Guru gives the solution. Guru is the goal. How is that so? In our day-to-day life, we meet people who are fully immersed in the worldly life. Their thinking is very different from a deeply spiritual thinking. For them, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lobha, the 6 enemies of human being, desire, anger, fear, jealousy, hatred, greed, they are very common. From them, what we can learn? We learn, whatever we learn causes disturbance in the mind. It's called materialistic people. It's very rare you find deeply spiritual and really enlightened master. The chances are very rare, 1 in million or 1 in billion. So the presence of the master transforms our life because we see the total contrast between the society and the master's way of life. Master teaches spirituality, teaches Jnana Vedanta. He lives it. He is a living embodiment of the truth. Truth is not abstract concept. Truth becomes concrete in the life of the master. He is a living embodiment of truth. Whereas scriptural teachings are theory for us. From a living master, you can see how to live the truths. So that is the value. Then we understand this is the solution I'm looking for. Living the spiritual truth. So the master is the solution. By walking the talk, he shows how spirituality, how the highest spiritual truths can be brought into life, alive. That's why master is the solution. He not only the solution, he gives the teaching also, upaya, upeya. He teaches the method also, how you can live like that, how you can understand spiritual truth and imbibe that spirituality in your life. That's why master is the solution and master gives the solution, both way. Solution is the teaching. Then sadupaya. Upaya is a technique. He uses right technique for teaching you the spiritual values, how to imbibe that spiritual values in his life, in your life. So the master is the solution. Master gives the solution. Master teaches the solution through right upaya or technique. Technique. Three. This is the glory of the master. Anirvachaya vachaya. There's no words we can there, whatever words we can to glorify masters is insufficient. The glory of the master is beyond the words. But still we have to do Anirvacha. We cannot tell the glory of the Guru of the enlightened master, because it's beyond the words. He is establishing the reality, truth. Words cannot reach there. But still we have to say the glory of the master, we have to say for our own joy, for our own gratitude. Vachaya. That's what to say. We offer our respects to such realized master, Sadguru. Shloka number 71. '73, '72. Karya Karana Rupaya Rupa Rupaya Ste Sada Aprameya Swarupaya Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Karya Karana Rupaya Rupa Arupaya Ste Sada Aprameya Surupaya Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Guru is form, both cause and the effect. Guru is formless and with form. A form which is fathomless, uncomparable. Salutation to such an auspicious Guru. When we speak of Guru, Guru has two forms, visible form and invisible form. Visible form is human form, Manusha Rupa. Invisible form is Brahman, Parabrahma. So the Guru's invisible form, Parabrahma, is the cause and effect. Entire universe manifests from the womb of cosmic womb. Cosmic womb is Parabrahma, the supreme reality. From supreme reality, Sattva Rajas Tamas comes. From Sattva Rajas Tam Maya and Avidya appear, entire world appears. And everything, all experience in the world go back to Brahman only. What wave rises and goes back to water. Foam rises and goes back to water. Like that, entire world of experiences arises from Brahman and goes back to Brahman. Brahman himself is not affected. Pure awareness. So this we call as cosmic womb of creation. It's called also, Brahman is also called primordial silence. Deepest silence when nothing is there in the world. That is primordial silence. Imagine a world where there is no sound, there is no object, nothing is there. Shunya, the complete emptiness. Which is there is nothing. Even to say nothing, nobody is there. That nothingness is called Brahman. But nothingness is full. From that nothingness, everything appears. The cosmos appears. Primordial sound comes, Omkara. From Sattva-Rajas Tamoguna comes. From Panchabhutas come, Panchatanmatas come, Panchendriyas come. Living beings and non-living comes. Mountain, sun, everything appears. And everything disappears into that cosmic womb. This cosmic womb of creation. Parabrahma. You can imagine Parabrahma as total nothingness. If you can imagine nothingness. Total emptiness. But that emptiness is full of energy, which will appear as the cosmos. And every thought of yours, every feeling of yours arises from Brahman and goes back to Brahman. The knower is ultimately Brahman only. That's why we say Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanavatam, Brahmaiva tena gantavyam, Brahma karma samadhina. From Brahman only the Brahmarpada, we are offering to Brahman. When we eat the food, we say, my stomach is full. I am happy. But that happiness goes back to Brahman. The hunger also comes from Brahman. Everything appears and disappears in Brahman. And that Brahman is Sadguru. Everything in the universe is Brahman. The cosmic womb of emptiness, everything manifests and disappears back. But we say, I did something. I am hungry. My stomach is full. But my stomach is full because ultimately it has reached awareness, Brahman. Whatever I think, ultimately it has to reach awareness. Whatever I do, ultimately it has to reach awareness. That awareness is the sole ground of entire reality. And that is Sadguru. Sadguru is Parabrahma Swarupa. Karya Karana Rupaya. Cause and effect is same. The mud pot, this is mud pot. Mud pot is made by a mud potter. Potter is separate from the pot. That's a duality. But the cosmic creation, the potter and pot, the creation and the creator are one and the same. The creator himself appears as creation. I want to search God, God, God. What you are seeing is God only in the cosmic form, the world. What you don't see is Parabrahma, which is the total emptiness of all manifest reality, the cosmic womb. So, the cause and effect being same because it's non-dual. Sadguru is non-dual. He himself is the world and world is Sadguru. Rupa Rupaya. Say, for example, when I say, this is pot. Pot has a name and form, but pot is made up of mud. What we call as mud is pot. What we call as pot is mud. Similarly, what we call world is nothing but Brahman. What we call as Brahman is appearing as world. And Brahman is Sadguru. That's why Sadguru himself is appearing as world. Rupa Rupaya Te Sada. Rupa Arupaya. Arupa means the formless reality appears as form. So there are many people, why do you worship a god? Why should you worship the god in form? The god form can come only from formless. If there's water only, there's a wave possible. So when you worship form, you're also worshipping formless. You are giving respect to formless also. You're not just worshipping form only. Arupa is formless. Rupa is form. Consciousness is formless. And everything manifested in the consciousness is form. Arupa Rupaya Te Sada. And it's always like that. It's not like a form has taken the formless has taken the form and this form is gone. No. Like milk becomes curd, then no more milk is there. Whereas Brahman, even though he's formless, appears as form, but nothing has happened to Brahman. Water appears as wave, but nothing has happened to water. So milk and curd example is not correct. Take the milk becomes curd. Like the Brahman becomes the world, there's no more Brahman is not correct. Aprameya Surupaya. Aprameya means, Prameya means uncomparable, incomparable. So we try to compare Sadguru. Oh, my master is great, your master is great, my master is greater than your master. Or master you compare with a human being. Master you compare with the Devatas. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara or Devata. All comparisons are false. The moment you compare master with any living being, human being or Devata or anybody, you are getting into a trap. The master is incomparable. Aprameya. What you see is the form of the master is limited. But really the master is formless reality. Parabrahma himself. Parabrahma is Advitiya. There is no other. There is no comparison possible. It is said that Gopikas were so fond of Krishna. On Gauri Puja day, they did puja. and they prayed to Gauri, please give us a husband like Krishna. That's how the Gauri Vrata. How do you get a husband like Krishna? Krishna is incomparable. There's no other Krishna. Sadguru is aprameya, incomparable. The moment you do compare Sadguru with anybody or anything in the universe, you are entering into a trap. Shivaya, Guru is auspiciousness. Such Guru, real auspiciousness is enlightenment or mukti. Only one who bestows the enlightenment mukti is called Sadguru. We offer our respect to Sadguru. Dragdrashya, drashtarupaya, nishpanna, nijarupine, aparaya, advitiyaya, shivaya, gurave namaha. Dragdrashta drashya rupaya. Guru is the form of seer, seen, and seeing. He is the form who has manifested as the true self. He is none higher than, he has none higher than, and he is only one. There's nobody higher than Sadguru, and there's no equal to Sadguru. Salutation to such auspicious Sadguru. See, in our any experience, there's a threefold experience. This is the pot. I'm the seer of the pot. There's seeing. If there's a sound, there's a sound, there's a source of sound, hearing, and I'm hearer. Any experience has been divided into three. Seer, seen, seeing, knower, known, knowledge. It can be touch, sound, smell, taste. Experience can be different, but any experience has three aspects: object, subject, and experience, which connects them. In reality, there is no three. This three is called Triputi. Triputi is the illusion. There's only Triputi. There's no Triputi. Experience rises in consciousness and experience falls in consciousness. Just like water rises in a wave, rises in a water, goes back to water. That one experience we call with the three names. The mind calls with three names for sake of transaction. In any experience, when the experience happens, there is no threefold division. It's one experience, total experience. Suppose I eat a fruit. The fruit and my tongue become one in experience of taste. Taste alone is there. The fruit and tongue are not there. In seeing, the object and subject become one in seeing. Seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, tasting are the experiences which rise in consciousness. The naming is done by the mind. Mind says, this is a object. Me is the subject. This seeing. The naming or division is done by the mind. But in reality, any experience, the experience is divisionless. It's called nameless experience. You can imagine the child experiencing the world. Experience of child is nameless. But as it becomes adult, the child says, this is a fruit. I'm eating the fruit. Like that, the ego comes into picture. The mind is the cause of bondage. By naming, mind splits the experience into three. In consciousness, experience rises and experience falls. Touch, sound, taste, smell, and form rise and fall, like a wave rises in the water. The mind comes and gives a name for, splits the experience into three and gives the name. The naming is not real. Naming is for only for the sake of identification. So Guru is the pure consciousness in which experience rises and falls. That means Guru himself is the experience. All our experiences are nothing but Sadguru appearing as experience. Brahman alone appears as experience. Water alone appears as a wave. Nishpanna nijarupine. Nijarupine means one who has manifested as self. Nija means self. Nishpanna Nijarupine, who has manifested as the true self. Brahman, Nirguna Nirakara, appears as Atman in the individual. And the individual, same Brahman appears as Atman. You call it I. That I is the Atman, which is nothing but manifestation of Brahman in the form of Atman. Guru Tulya Kopina. So now, is there equal to somebody like Guru? Or is there anybody greater than the Sadguru? There's nobody equal to Sadguru, nobody greater than Sadguru. Sadguru is the supreme. Any comparison with Sadguru, any comparison with Parabrahma is meaningless. Ultimately, utter meaningless. Etasmai Shivaya Gurave Namaha. One who brings the real auspiciation in my life, enlightenment or mukti, such Sadguru, I do offer my pranams. There was Sloka 73. Sloka 74. Gunadharaya, Gunine, Gunavarjita Rupine, Janmine, Janmahinaya, Shivaya, Gurave Namaha, Gunadharaya, Gunine, Gunavarjita Rupine, Gunadharaya, Guna Adharaya. One who supports all the gunas, three gunas, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna appear from Parabrahman. Parabrahman has a power called Maya Shakti. That Maya Shakti appears as Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Then appears as Maya. Gunine, Guna. He is a substratum of all the gunas. Sadguru is a substratum of all the gunas. He has all the gunas also. All the auspicious gunas. But he is beyond gunas. Though he appears to have taken as birth, he is never born. He is Jivan Mukta by birth. Salutation to such an auspicious Guru. All gunas, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, appear from Brahman and go back into Brahman. Gunas appear as Maya. Maya appears as Avidya. Avidya appears as objects of the world. Maya and Avidya appears as the objects of the world. Entire creation comes from Sadguru. But he is Gunatita. Sadguru is beyond Gunas. Gunas appear from him, but he is beyond Gunas. Wave appears from water, but water is beyond waves. He has all the auspicious qualities. All the auspicious Sat, Chit, Ananda Swarupa is Sadguru. He is also full of love, full of compassion, full of wisdom, full of patience. These are all the auspicious qualities of Sadguru. But he is still qualityless, beyond qualities. He appears to have taken birth. This is seems to be a birth date. Really, there's no birth date for Sadguru. He is actually, we celebrate the birthday of any human being as Janmadinam. Whereas a realized master or enlightened master birthday is celebrated Jayanti, the day of victory. Jayanti, victorious. Somebody who is victorious only appears to form of Guru. Salutation to such an auspicious Guru. He is Jivan Mukta by birth. It doesn't become he doesn't become Jivan Mukta by sadhana. By birth, he is free from the defect of samsara. We offer our respects to such an enlightened master, auspicious master, who brings auspiciousness of Atma Jnana, Jivan Mukti in our life. Anadi Akhiladhyaya Mayine Gatamayine Arupaya Surupaya Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Guru is Anadi. Anadi means no beginning, but beyond beginning. So, but Adi, he is beginning of all. All creation appears from Sadguru. Parabrahma. He is beginningless. All beginnings happen through in him, in Sadguru. He creates the illusion of Maya, but he himself is not in Maya. He himself is free from Maya. Now Sadguru is explained as Ishvara here. He has form and formless. We offer our respects to Sadguru, whose nature is described. Eternal principle Parabrahma has no beginning, no end. Everything else has a beginning and end, including Devatas, Ishvara, they have a beginning and end. Parabrahma, pure awareness, supreme reality, has no beginning, no end. It's never born, never dies. But everything appears from that. All appearances come from that supreme reality. I call that supreme reality as total emptiness. Shunyatva. That Shunyatva is Purnatva also. Because entire creation appears from that emptiness. That emptiness is from Mahakala, beyond time, beyond space. The total emptiness from which everything appears. That's why he is beginning of everything. And he is end of everything also. Because all things will go back there. But Sadguru himself has no beginning, no end. The Maya is the appearance from Sadguru. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna appear from Sadguru. But Sadguru himself beyond Maya. He is not affected by Maya. He has a form and formless. Water is formless. Wave is form. Water appears as wave. That's why water has form and water is formless. Brahman appears as the world, but Brahman is formless. So that was the shloka number 75. Today we'll stop at here. Tomorrow we'll take up. Let's sit silently for some time. Close your eyes. Become aware of your third eye, Adna chakra. Take your attention to between the eyebrows. Gently breathe in deep. Let the energy rise into the Adna, into the Brahmarandra. Breathe out long. Slow breathe in, deep breathe, slow breathe in, deep breathe in. Energy, hold the energy for some time in the Brahmarandra or Adna. Breathe out long. Gently do it. No force, no pressure. Naturally do it. As you do, mind becomes silent, more and more silent, peaceful.
After mind becomes calm, hold your attention in Adna or Brahmarandra. Sit silently in natural state. If thoughts come, just say, chant Om Sadgurudevaya Namaha. Others just keep quiet. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanannani Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atmajyotihi Shivosmiham Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaah Samastah Sukhino Bhavantu Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Rub both of hands. Give on to the eyes. Slowly open your eyes.